Previously on YuGiOh.
YuGiOh was a huge part of my childhood. Although I've never played competitively, I've always wanted to be the king of games. Fast forward 17 years, YuGiOh has changed a lot. With new rules and a fast-paced game state and seemingly unlimited summons, is it too late for me to learn the game? Join me on my journey to relearn YuGiOh and win an official tournament. With a weekly budget of $30 for packs, singles, viewer battles, and tournament entries, can I become the next king of games? Find out next time on YuGiOh Zero to Hero. Hey everyone, Tobias here. Welcome to the second episode of YuGiOh Zero to Hero. And I'm so sorry the second episode took so long. A lot has happened. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait to share everything that has transpired from the first episode to where we are now. So as you can see, those are some shiny new cards, and I'll go over what happened exactly. So since our second episode, I have been trying to find a time for me to go to locals because, obviously with a kid, and my work shift is ass, unfortunately. So scheduling something in advance and allowing me to attend the locals for a locals tournament was very difficult. However, I managed to make that happen, and oh my goodness, I had such a blast. It was my first locals. Even when I played about 17 years ago, I didn't really play competitively. It was just at a food court and people would just show up. It wasn't really proper locals, but I went to a proper event this time, and the experience was amazing. It was, I don't know how to explain it. I felt like I was a child again, just playing with people who love the game and meeting new people. And they were very accommodating for a new player like me. So couple of things here to go over. I'll talk to you guys about what happened at locals, but also what I pulled since the last episode. It's very unfortunate, but I did lose the footage on my phone regarding the tin openings. So I'll just go over what I pulled from the tin. So I think it was 4 tins total. Yeah, I opened up 4 tins total with the weekly budgets. And out of all the tins that were good in terms of what I use, I got the 3 Thespian Tragedy, the branded opening, the ad libitum, and the dramaturge. And of course, I've been watching all these YouTube videos and testing things on Master Duel. So I kind of know a bit better in terms of how to pilot the deck and to learn from there. So those were from the tins, plus these 3 from the... So I think this was from the tins that opened, the 2 tins that opened with 1 week's budget, and these 2 were from the 2 tins after. So 1 extra Thespian Tragedy, the Masquerade, a Nibiru. Oh my god, I love this card. It looks so nice. And then the Thespian Comedy. So those were what I pulled. And then for the singles, because I won the best out of 3, I got the branded in red. Basically, this card allowed me to do a lot more in terms of combos in the end phase, which I found very, very cool. And those were essentially the tins plus the singles. And you can see there's still a few more cards. And let me go over what happened at locals, because this is essentially what I acquired from 1 single locals. So since my last episode, I went to do some searching, and this card, the Guardian Chimera, essentially changes how the deck operates because of how chain blocking works. And with branded in red and ad libitum's effect, it's really disgusting what this card can do. So I needed absolutely 1 copy, but of course this card was about 50 pounds. Right now about 60 something, so there's no way I could have the budget build up slowly. So I decided to change the rules a bit, because unfortunately time constraint prevents me from going to locals every single day. And if I wanted to have an ongoing series with some form of respectable progress every time I make the video, I'm gonna have to open my budget up, the 30-pound budget, up to include singles. I think, was it 30 or 40? I can't remember. It's been so long. But with the budget, I think it was 30 pounds. And then I'll be able to buy singles, but also I'll have extra money as part of the budget or included in the budget to be used for tournament entry, so the local entry, and as well as dueling best of fives against viewers and whatnot. So there's still the incentive, but I needed to open up single purchases or otherwise it's not going to happen. And this was on sale at the locals I went to, so I just swiped my card and here we go. This was amazing. And then I also had a trade binder. I don't have it with me right now, but someone wanted the Bearbum that I pulled, the ultra rare, so I gave the Bearbum for 3 copies of Allure of Darkness, which works really well with the deck, granting me more draw power. And then with, I think, what did I pull? I don't recall, but with some other cards in my binder, I was able to get these 4 cards as part of the trade. 2 branded opening to complete my branded opening, the playset of 3. 1 Masquerade, and 1 Thespian Quartus. It was so beautiful. I mean, amazing. This is going to improve my deck a lot. And I didn't have these 4 cards because that was done after the tourney, the local tourney. But I got these and I topped my first locals. It was such a great experience. Let me just quickly go over the matchups and what happened essentially. So I got all these cards, made changes to my deck, and I played the locals. People were really, really great. My first round, Sword Soul player, he's got a going second Sword Soul deck, and he was teaching me, you know, the effect of being very patient. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, it was very back and forth. My combo of going branded in red into Ad Libitum to get the Mirror Jade back, and then branded Lost Chain blocking any sort of interaction essentially lets me pop 1, draw 2 cards, banish, and the disruption was just a lot. So with this, I actually won 2-1. And then the second round, I was against a Scareclaw. I had no idea what that deck does. Basically, all I knew was that he could attack in defense mode, and there's a boss monster, which was the Tryhard. And that thing turns every monster face up into defense mode, and he is unaffected by the activated effects of the defense mode monster. So I actually thought of a way I could have gone around the card, but I forgot in the side deck to side in my Thespian Comedy, because what I was going to do is use Comedy's effect to tribute the Chimera to pop, and because Chimera is no longer in the field, it should be able to pop the Tryhard. But that didn't work out because I forgot to side this in. So I couldn't out it both games, so I lost 0-2. And then third round, I was against a Phantom Knight deck. I actually should have lost that one because I did lose 1-2, but he had to leave. And again, he was super nice, and he basically gave me the win. And for this, he also traded me these cards. So all in all, what a crazy experience. Oh, I forgot the 4th round. The 4th round was actually against a kid. I think people were just giving him wins outright. But he was a very nice guy. I didn't know if the kid was, I think he was with his father. So I didn't know if I should go easy or not. I felt like it would have been too patronizing if I just let him win. So I just played him properly, and after that, I gave him some of the cards I didn't use. I think from the tins I pulled some Slifer stuff, the Armed Dragon level 10, and he played that deck, so I gave them those cards to him for free. I did feel kind of bad because, yeah, it was essentially beating up little kids. But anyhow, what an experience. I did come top 8, which was the topping part for the locals, and what a wonderful time I had. Oh my, I can't explain. There's just something about playing physical cards with actual people that, you know, the Master Duel or online cannot replicate. And overall, I'm so far extremely lucky to have the opportunity to get these cards, to play people, and also play some of my viewers and you guys remotely as well. So I think I'm on my way to improve, definitely, and I will definitely be joining more locals if my schedule and work allows. But look forward to those, and some rule changes, like I've said. I'll be opening my budget to buy singles, and I'll also be able to use part of the budget for tournament entries. And if I win the best of the 3, I get a bit more in my budget. And if I don't, then it's the 5 pounds will go to the viewers instead via PayPal or something. So there's still incentives to do that. So I'm gonna have the uploads more regularly on my channel. I'll have them recorded and uploaded weekly for sure. It was previously that I was trying to take additional shifts so that I can get a solid time off and find the time and the energy to do this. But I'm so glad that I did. And of course, thank you guys for being so supportive in the last video regarding comments on how to see things happen. And unfortunately, moving forward, I think I'll have 2 videos. I should have at least 2 videos throughout the week on YuGiOh itself. I'll have, of course, my gacha game videos, but YuGiOh should have at least 2 videos, but they won't be edited like the first episode. I found that way too time consuming. Even though it was just minor edits and voiceovers, it took me over a week to release it, so I won't do that. So this allows me, like this video, to just simply record and upload without any further editing. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.